Hey everyone, my name is James and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac. So on today's little run, we're going to do Isaac on hard mode again. We are pushing through this game to unlock more and more items, so I'm kind of happy playing Isaac. I think it's because it literally is my favorite character, because he's so neutral, he's got like base stats, he's all good. So a big, massive thank you once again, and I'll say this every day I say it, thank you for hitting the like goal of 800 likes. It means a hell of a lot, and like I mentioned yesterday, you know, towards the middle of the episode, it really lets YouTube know that, hey, maybe James is alright, maybe we can send James out to the masses. So by clicking that little button, you are helping a great deal, especially because I do this full time, so, man, this means a lot. And will impose the very same like goal again. But welcome back to the Binding of Isaac, guys. I was looking up stuff in the news today because I wanted something I could really kind of sink my teeth into to talk about while I'm playing Isaac today. Because somebody was like, "Hey, James, I watch your videos. You know, you watch the Binding of Isaac. That's so cool. But you're like, I don't know how to play. Can you talk about how to play?" Now, I might save that for another video because, ooh, a bozo. Because of moments like this, right, because I don't fully know everything about Isaac yet, I don't think I'm in a position to really be giving out too much advice, although I feel like I could make a very good starting guide, and maybe that's something I will do pretty soon. But, so I like talking about whatever else, and one of the things I read today, I thought this was kind of mental. So, you know how cell phones are kind of taking over the world? We all know that, right? You know, everybody's on their phones. I mean, I'm always on my phone. Like, sometimes I have to, like, really stop myself because, you know, I'll be talking to somebody and I'll pull out my phone and be like, oh, 1 second, let me just finish this. Because when you work online, it's so tempting to be like, I'm just going to pull out my phone. It's work, right? Oh, I'm just checking my YouTube stuff. It's work. But it's kind of not. It's kind of not. And it kind of is. But anyway, and many of you might know that it's, like, common etiquette to go to a restaurant and to put your cell phone away, your phone away. Because it's rude, right? It's like traditional, you know, just put everything away, have a little conversation. Well, Frankie and Benny's, of all places, the family chain restaurant that seems to never have anybody in. Maybe that's because they serve cold mac and cheese, right? That's just the personal thing. They've taken it upon themselves to be like, we can solve this situation. So what they're offering people now is if they come into the restaurant, say they're a family, they will provide you with a box to lock your phone in. Like, get your phone in here, just leave it, right? And if you do, they will offer you benefits. For example, you might get a free kids' dessert for putting away your phone. What has the world come to? And what has Frankie and Benny's come to, really? Because I don't think anybody's ever gone in this entire world, oh man, I'd really like to go to Frankie and Benny's, but my bloody girlfriend, she won't get off Insta. Makes no sense. And I just thought, what a strange way of solving the problem. I mean, what is the problem, really? The problem probably is, well, the solution probably is, we all just need to get off our phones, really. But, I mean, I don't know. It's not hurting anybody. You know, everybody's connected in a new type of way. I mean, I grew up without, you know, phones taking over. I mean, we had phones, but like, if you were a kid and you had a phone, you could barely use it. Not because you can't use phones, but because, like, no kid had a data plan back then. You know, if you wanted, for example, I remember this, right? If you wanted to put up a Facebook status on your phone, an app didn't exist yet. So what you would do is you would text a special number, a number that was only registered to your account, and you would text it what you wanted to write as your status, and you would get a response about 2 minutes later, and it'd be like, oh, don't worry, James, I put that status up for you. Like, it's not some kind of, like, slave behind the other side of the phone. This was, like, a Facebook service itself. But there you go, like, it's, you know, it's, the world is definitely different. And I just thought, what a strange scenario to be in. So, let's talk about this. So, I have done it once again, right? I have changed the world with one of my commentaries indirectly. I have done it. Because if you guys don't know, in yesterday's episode, I spoke for a lengthy amount of time about Nintendo not allowing their creators to basically post YouTube videos about their games, right? Because if I could have posted Nintendo games many years ago, I would be a Mario channel, I would be a Mario Kart channel, I would have made guide videos for Zelda, I'd have done it all, right? I really would have done. I'd have done as much as I possibly could because I love Nintendo games. Well, 5 hours after that rant, Nintendo come out with a statement, oh, we're removing that. Like, what? It took you 7 years! And I make one Binding of Isaac video and we change the world, right? So you can either believe that, you know, I made this huge impact, or you can believe that I have insider knowledge, right? Maybe I was moaning about it because I knew there'd never be another time, right? What's going on with that? But no, for real, like, it's obviously unrelated to me. Is it, though? But for real, like, what a great situation to be in now. And I'm very thankful for it. But because of this, like, it's going to change things up completely. It really is. It's going to change things completely. People are going to do stuff different here on YouTube because they can now play some of their favorite games because Nintendo make my favorite games. You know? Look at Terraria. Terraria is inspired by Nintendo games. It is. Like, that's a fact, right? And Nintendo are inspired by Terraria. Breath of the Wild was inspired by Terraria. The game director for Breath of the Wild was like, yeah, I played Terraria. Terraria inspired me to make this game. That's mind-blowing. That's mind-blowing, because if you guys don't know, the creator of Terraria started his career making a Mario kind of clone, almost, a Mario mod, and it went on to, like, be really successful, and Nintendo will, like, take it down. So he was like, alright then, I'll make my own game, and in a couple of weeks he made, you know, Terraria one of the best-selling games of all time. What a world we live in. What a world we live in. And this is not the first time I've managed to be a prophet in the YouTube space. If you guys remember, I used to be one of these people that used to get this little bug on my channel where I would unprivatize a video because I would upload it as private so that I could do all the annotations and such. And then I would make it unprivate and people would say, it would say like the video is still private when it wasn't. And I tweeted YouTube and I was like, look, we need to get this fixed. And they responded, right, we're on it. And YouTube went down for like 5-6 hours. So clearly, I've got the voice of power. And if you need anything doing, right, let me know. Say you've got a political agenda, right? You don't like Brexit, you don't like Trump, I don't know. Let me have a word, right? I'm pretty sure we can get it sorted around here. So that's really great. Now, talking about the Binding of Isaac, the Binding of Isaac actually has some new news, which I thought I would talk about real quick. What's this? The Mega Bean. That's kind of cool. I kind of prefer. I can't believe it's not butter though. But I will get rid of the Bible because the Bible has a really long recharge on it. I'm not a big fan of this, where I'm just kind of going in one room and out the other. I will take that, my good man, and I will carry on. So, Binding of Isaac has some news. Here it is. So, the first bit of news is that the booster packs are now being submitted to Nintendo so that people on the Nintendo Switch can now play the booster packs. That's really great, right? Because obviously, you know, there are Nintendo Switch fans out there. And then there was a PC sale, but it's ended now. So I should have really spoke about that the other day. There was a big Binding of Isaac PC sale, but it's over now. But then, other than that, they've actually announced a new DLC, and I think that's so cool. Like, I did speak about this really briefly, but I didn't really do my research into it. And what it is essentially, it's a mod called AFTERBIRTH. So I remember when AFTERBIRTH started coming out, and I said to myself, I was like, I am not going to play this mod because I really like Vanilla Isaac in the sense of, I like knowing that my achievements are my achievements, my stats are my stats, because if you play mods, all of that is going to get disabled, right? So what they've done is they've gone, alright, the community member here has made an amazing mod, or maybe it's a few of them, I don't actually know the nitty-gritty details, and they've gone, right, let's get them to come on and make their own DLC. That's amazing. That's almost like, and I'm wondering if they were inspired by this, but there's a Sonic game. I can't remember what it's called now. Sonic, what's it called? What's it called? I literally can't remember for the life of me. Oh, what is it called? Sonic, oh, it's such a good game. I can't even remember the name. You all know what I'm talking about, right? Sonic. No, it's called, I can't remember what it's called. This is going to drive me mental. Now, that's all I can think about. Do you ever get like that? Do you ever have those moments? Because I do. I just can't get this game out of my head. Anyway, it was made by a bunch of fans of the game, a bunch of modders essentially, and it was amazing. But I'm going to need to remember the name of it before it drives me mental. Right, we're Googling this. I'm sorry. I will not think of another thing until I know the name of this game. What is it? It's not Sonic Forces, because that was... Oh, it's Sonic Mania! It was Sonic Mania. I'm driving myself mental. I really am. But it was Sonic Mania, so it was made by a bunch of fans. So I think the Binding of Isaac doing that is amazing. And then we obviously had Terraria news the other week that they're hiring a bunch of modders to make the next update. Now, it's not something new for Terraria that. Terraria have hired modders in the past, and I don't know who they have hired in. Like, I won't ask, because I don't think it's fair to ask, right? Maybe they would tell me, maybe they wouldn't. It's still, though, it's not my place to know who they've hired and who they haven't. But that makes me really excited, because there are so many good modders in our community, and I've recommended modders to Relogic on Twitter in the past, so it's just a great time for games, really. So it's a really great time, and I'm very excited for Repentance whenever that comes out. Apparently, it will literally be out at the start of the year. Apparently. I will let you know. I might get insider access. You never know. I mean, I did with 2 of the other DLCs. I wasn't even an Isaac YouTuber, so we might have that happen. And I think that would be really cool, right? So, Monstro, as always. I love Monstro. Monstro is one of my favorite bosses in the game. I think he's a blast, isn't he? Puberty. Puberty and something's wrong. And then you've got the Sun card. May the light heal and enlighten you. Does that give you soul hearts? No, it doesn't, right. I'm going to have to research that one again. Okay, so you've got the Mark and Goat's Head. I will take both of those and I will leave. And I will say au revoir to this floor with my best French accent. My French accent is terrible. And I know this because when I was in school, they had this thing called the English Baccalaureate. You might have heard of it. I don't think they do it anymore. But it was this, like, government law they brought into place for a little while where they were like, people that can get a certain grade, which is basically like an A. They were like, people who can achieve an A grade in GCSE need to be doing this thing called the English Baccalaureate. And what it was essentially was you were forced to take a GCSE in English, Maths, Science, and you also had to do a second language. Now, I was so excited because the month before they introduced the English Baccalaureate, I knew what I wanted to do, right? I wanted to do a GCSE in business, one in IT, and one in catering. I'll tell you why I wanted to do catering, because I spent my entire catering GCSE drinking cups of coffee and making cake, right? Because it was a bad year at school, right? Not because it was a bad year in general, but because the teacher who was meant to be teaching us had an awful year herself. You know, she had some real bad family issues. So we just had supply teachers for the whole year who had no idea what they were doing. Like, they didn't care, which is fine, because it was catering after all. So I literally used to make banging cakes every week, and I used to make banging cups of coffee and have panic attacks at school because I probably shouldn't have been drinking, you know, coffee at school, right? Which is true, right? That's a true story. But yeah, so you have to take a second language. And I wanted to take business, but I was forced to take French, and I was dreadful at French. I spent my entire school life, essentially, trying to avoid the lesson because I wasn't interested in it at all. And once I like found out I had to do it as a GCSE, I was like, all right, this is it. So I basically like almost self-taught myself in a way because I was catching up with everybody else who had already like actually taken the time to learn French because they'd been teaching you it for years at school. I just wasn't paying attention. And I managed to get a C in my GCSE, and I was so happy. And I remember, like, because you have a written exam and you have a vocal exam, and I was so pumped to have passed my vocal exam. But the French teacher was like, "You are the worst student I've ever heard. You do not have any pronunciation skills at all." And I was like, "Ding, ding, ding! Get this man a medal. He's correct." I have been to France. France is actually a really nice spot. Haven't been in a good few years, though. I mean, I've been to Paris. I've done Disneyland. Oh, right. Okay, let me get started on this. Disneyland. I am... Really? Nice. Nice. We've got great damage and kind of a low rate of fire. All right, let me talk about Disney World real quick, right? I am fascinated with it at the minute. I did not know the amount of details that go into that park. It kind of blows my mind a little bit. I am going to keep this bomb buddy, by the way, because I think it's probably better than the butt. But there are so many little details I had no idea about. They are fascinating. Like, for example, underneath Disney World is a series of tunnels that only employees can use, right? And this is because They didn't want somebody in costume going from, like, the Wild Wild West over to, like, I don't know, wherever else is in Disney World. I haven't been since I was a kid. But they didn't want, you know, actors going through the park, walking from one area to the next, because it takes the immersion out of it for the kids, right? So they built this series of underground tunnels so that all the staff can kind of move in secret. And then they put restaurants down there for them. It blows my mind. And even little things like they will pump out certain smells so that you feel the same no matter what Disney World you're in. So if you're in like Disneyland Paris, which is the one I've been to, or if you're in Florida, you can walk down the main strip and you'll smell like cinnamon or vanilla. And they used to do this in certain supermarkets to give you the impression that all the food was fresh. And that's what they do at Disneyland. It's kind of crazy. And even like little things like they'll make certain parts of the paving red so that it feels like you're at a red carpet event. Just a mad place, a real mad place. If you guys don't know, by the way, I actually did work with Disney for a little while. So how this all came to be about was essentially back in the day, you had multi-channel networks, which were things that you signed up to because back in the day, you couldn't make any money on gaming videos. And so what you would do is you would join an MCN, and that MCN would have all the rights to all the games so that you can make money on them. This is 100% something you do not need, by the way. So just before I continue, just write this off as an era of the past, right? So anyway, so I joined this MCN back in the day, and I remember they were just like, because they were so impressed with me at the time. I was a very small channel, but I was growing really rapidly. They gave me this opportunity to, they just funded me with a computer. And I was using this crummy old rubbish laptop at the time. And they funded me with this computer, and what actually ended up happening was the company ended up getting sold to Disney, which is kind of mental, right? So the company got sold to Disney, and I was like, okay, like, what do I do now? And so for a while, I was just owned by Disney, and it was great. I got to do Disney-branded ad deals and such. Like, I got to do stuff with Star Wars and that. It was a mad time, although I hadn't seen Star Wars at the time, so not the greatest time. But yeah, anyway, so that's my little thing with Disney. But Disneyland, man, I do want to go. I do want to go. I don't know if I could stand it, though. I don't really like theme parks all that much, and I'll tell you why. I like... So in Britain, there are a few big theme parks, right? And the majority of them also have zoos in them. Now, when it comes to going to a zoo, I love that. I would rather go to like a nice open zoo where they treat all the animals a little bit better because they're roaming free than I would to go to an actual theme park. So whenever I go to a theme park, I'm like, I would rather go to the zoo. And it's because I don't like rides. I get terrified that I'm gonna die on rides. And it's because when I was younger, I've got an older brother. He's like quite a lot older than me. And him and my sister used to be in this traveling fairground where essentially they would like go to like a city or a town and they would knock up a fairground ride as quickly as possible and then that would be it, right? That was their job. And I learned how sketchy all of those rides actually are, and I have been kind of terrified of them ever since, right? So I don't go with it. What's this? Is this Tech X? I can't remember which one this is. Is this see-through goggles? Tech X. Ooh, nice. Nice. Again. People went crazy when I got this in the last episode. People are like, I love Tech X. Somebody was like, I've never seen anybody complain about Tech X. It's because I was confused, guys. I was confused. I don't remember Tech X. I feel like this is something new to me. So that's why I didn't appreciate it for what it was. But here we are with Tech X again. So great stuff. Great stuff. There we go. Apparently you guys were saying that this is actually more vulnerable when it's charging. I know that it can swallow bombs, but I didn't realize it was more vulnerable when charging. Okay, so we got HP up. And I can't remember which either one of these are, to be completely honest with you. If I was to take this 2-heart one, would I die? Because I've got spirit hearts. Would that work? I guess I'll take the Whore of Babylon, and I will also take this as well. No, it's Demon Wings. No, being a moron. I make some dumb decisions sometimes. I'm like, why? This is literally because I haven't brushed up on my Isaac knowledge. This is truthfully it. James of the past would have died at that. But now I've got to make sure I don't die on this run. But that speed increase, though. That speed increase is real good. So I'm happy about that. It was a dumb move, but I'm sure that with some health and some better plays, I can kind of negate the fact that I took 2 deals with the devil that do the same thing. But the speed increase, though, that's all I have to keep telling myself. Right, I'll take this, the callus, so that I feel stronger. Calluses are those things, aren't they, where, like, for example, you can get them from, like, playing guitar and such, right? There was a guy yesterday, this really, like, this made me laugh. There was a guy who was playing PewDiePie's song on the bass for 10 hours straight. And it was really good. Look at that. Look at that. It was really good. He was playing really, really well. And I was thinking for the whole thing, like, your fingers must be absolutely destroyed by the end of that. Like, there's no coming back from that, is there? You're going to have manky fingers for life at that point. Oh, look, it's this boss again. And we get it in a challenge room. So that probably wasn't worth it, this golden chest for this little fight here. But not bad. I think this is actually going to be a pretty quick run. I'm just trying to pop out my my 5 mom kills as fast as possible, my mom heart kills. So I just want to get them done because, like, you know, once you've done that, then you can start taking, like, different routes, and you got, like, the Polaroid and the negative and such like that. I think that's what you're meant to do at the start of the save, isn't it? You're just meant to, like, work your way through to the different bosses and such. You know how it is. Like any other roguelike. I tell you what, I've been getting a lot of suggestions for other roguelikes. I do like a lot of roguelikes, but I also don't. Like, I know that you would assume that I would really like Enter the Gungeon, for example, because I like The Binding of Isaac. But I have played it, and I couldn't get fully into it. Although I do actually like it a little bit. I'm not going to lie. And I think I need to invest more time into Enter the Gungeon. I got it on Nintendo Switch. I remember the day I got it. I got it the day I was coming back from the Yogscast last year. It came out on, like, December 18th on the Nintendo Switch. And I waited for it to come out on the Nintendo Switch because I had this phase. See, this just shows how great this Nintendo thing is, right? I had this phase where, like, I've got a pretty beefy PC, but I would wait until a Nintendo Switch version would come out to get most games because I liked the Nintendo Switch so much. Like, I only wanted to play on my Nintendo Switch for a really long time because I just think it's great. So we're down to 1 health, and I've just changed my appearance. We're going to blow this up. Can we get lucky like we did yesterday? Friends till the end. Speed down. And I'm excited. Alright, so Are You Wizard does not affect Tech X. That's great. So health is key now. Because if I lose this run because of bad plays like that, I'm going to be hugely disappointed in myself. But I have a feeling that I might. Unless I can find a way to just get a bunch of health. I mean, if we get a shop, I've got a good chance of doing alright with that. Because, you know, the chances of getting a cool item in a shop. I've got so much money on me. Like, it's kind of crazy now. Can you fire that there? Does that affect the golden poop? It does. Nice. Ah, I wasted the key. Okay, so I'm really just hoping for any kind of health. What's justice? Let me just double check this. Okay, so it gives you a bunch of, like, basic items. And I also got the Ancient Recall. Man, Tech X is just proper plowing through these enemies, isn't it? I've just got to be really try hard for a minute and really not try and distract myself talking about some random stuff. Alright, what's that? The sun. May you find heal and light. I can't remember what this did before, so I'll just use it now. I don't know what it does. I can't remember. I had a feeling that it, like, gave you... I thought it was a card that gave you 2 spirit hearts at first. Oh, stop. Oh, it reveals the map. Is that what it does? It reveals the map, doesn't it? I'm pretty certain that's what it does. Okay, be careful here. Be careful. I don't want to die. Right, please not be greed. Okay, so it's pill. It's puberty. And nothing else. Right, let's bang some money in here. I need to start donating on all my runs. I keep getting comments about this, and I agree. Alright, so I got the store upgrade. Oh, they're going pretty fast. Is that a new change? Because it used to just carry on being really slow for the whole thing. Alright, let's blow this up, see if I can get a secret in here. Right, it's greed. It's greed and nothing else. Okay. So let's head out of here. Man, I am panicking a little bit. I feel like I'm putting myself into some tense situations because of bad plays recently. Whoa. Okay. Just gotta be careful. My chance of getting guppy items seems to be really good recently though, doesn't it? Okay, what's inside of here? It's a dice room. Now, if you guys remember, I don't actually know the dices. I did mention that in a previous episode. So I will leave that behind. I don't know what a 6 does. I would have to Google that. I will take the time to learn that soon, though, because that is important to know. Alright, that is a fruit cake. What does this do? Do it give you special tiers or anything like that? I don't know. 1 HP. Please, game. Please give me something. Just give me anything. I just need some help. It's punishing me for bad plays. I know it is. This is my fault, though. What's in here? No, I just can't risk it. I can't risk it. We've got fantastic... Oh, this is grueling. This really is... Oh, and this is a hard boss for me. A really hard boss for me. I'm terrible at this boss. No. Here we go. Oh, I think the damage might actually save us, guys. We might come in on a clutch here. Okay. Give me a HP upgrade. Yes. Yes. That's what I need. And this is kind of what I need as well. Just a few random chests. Probably ones without spiders in, though. Give me 9 lives. 9 lives. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? This will be a health downgrade. All right, okay, we're good. All right, my predictive voice is not working right there with the pill, at least. Oh, there we go. Got exactly what I wanted. 9 lives and a health upgrade. That's called YouTubers Look. Let me fill you in. Okay, well, I'm feeling a little bit better now that I know that the game really likes me. Because clearly it does. So does 9 lives count as a guppy item? Because what am I going to gain as guppy? Flight? What's there to gain? Right, let's look around at all these rocks. Are there any little X's in it? I'm desperate for health, so I'm really just like... I'm proper desperate for it now. Ooh, I haven't fought this boss in a real long time either. The left hand. Ooh, a left hand reaps what the thingy rewards. Okay. So I think now that Nintendo have got this thing, I think this new system comes into play at the end of December, I want to say. I'm going to say the end of December. And if it does come into play then, I'm going to like pick up like a capture card and stuff. And I'm really going to like go to town on some of the Nintendo games I never got to record on YouTube. I got Amnesia. Not great. The good thing is I do have 9 lives. So even though I've got 1 HP, I've got a little bit like more to kind of rely on. Do these all give? So you can spam. Can you spam this? No. Okay. I'm just hiding in rocks at this point. Oh, it's Mom. I didn't even get my full thing, did I? I didn't even realize. I need to start keeping better track of this. These low health situations make me paranoid. Oh, there you go. There's another little bit of health right there for me. Nice. And I think we're good to go. I've got fear shot on these. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I got the pentagram. Take that. Right, so do I take this? Because I don't know what it is, right? What's in here? I look amazing, by the way. I've never looked like this. I'm going to take a screenshot of that because that looks so cool. Let's try and get the little guppy thing out of the way. I just want it to be my character. There we go. All right, okay. That is so sick. Right, we'll take this because I don't know what it is. It's black powder. Right, let's press onwards. That is so cool. I literally look like a Squiddy Diddy. What combination is that? Is it like a demon combination? Is that what that is? So now for the rest of the match, I feel pretty confident. I'm not going to lie. The only thing I've got to really be careful with is my health because I can't see it. But I guess that's only for this floor, right? So if I can get out of this floor nice and quick, I'll be over the moon. Let's see if I can really speed through this, just so I can do this as quick as possible. because we've been doing really slow runs. So, yes, thank you so much, game. Thank you, game. I really appreciate you. I will take that as well. And we will head down. This is turning out really well. Let's see if I can get a mom item. Alright, I got a pill. It's Are You Wizard? I am not Wizard. Oh, for those wondering, I did in fact get to play. Not get to play. I did in fact get to watch Harry Potter in 4K last night. Oh, real good. I know I was kind of raving about that yesterday. Fun little fact for you guys. Harry Potter was actually the first game I ever completed. I remember it really well because I felt like a genius. I was a little kid, and I was playing the PlayStation 1 version of Harry Potter. And there's a scene at the end of the game where you have to fight Lord Voldemort, right? Spoilers, right? You have to... Demon Buddy. Alright, I think I'll... I don't know, is he called Dark Bum or is he called Demon Buddy? I'm obviously not going to take him. Although that would be a good little meme. But no, so there's just this fight where you have to fight against Voldemort. And I was like a little kid when I played this. And I remember being so pumped figuring it out. Because what you had to do was, you had to... you were basically fighting him in a large circle, and you had to basically make him shoot through the mirror of Urkasset, right? Or Urkastred, or whatever it's called. It's basically desire spelled backwards. Fun little Harry Potter trivia for you there. And I was like so pumped when I was a kid. God, I remember that game so well. I actually own it now. I went and found it in a retro game shop because I just wanted to play it so bad. Alright, Guppy's collar, so I'm now Guppy. Guppy's hairball. I can now do the Cat's Got Your Tongue challenge. And I will leave that behind and move on to the next floor. God, what a terrific run! I'm so pleased with this. But let's speed through the rest of this. Let's get it done. I have got to be careful of health, though, because there are rooms that I still don't know about. I know I say this throughout the whole episode, but still... just to emphasize the point. Oh, I want to grab that card. I want to see what that is. What is it? It's the item multiplier. Yeah, I'll take that. It's paralysis, not great. Oh, by the way, thank you all for telling me about that item yesterday. The car battery one. It gives you double charge off the item that you use. And I think that's interesting. I didn't realize. Like I said, my prediction was that it would give you 2 charges for 1 room, but it's not. It pops off twice. I think that's really cool. Is this the monkey paw doing this for me? All these red chests? I have a feeling it is. Just really concentrating now, just so I don't lose any health. I really want to win. I really want to win this run, just because I've put a lot onto this. Took bad deals. So I really want to win it just to be like, well, I did it anyway. But they're mistakes I won't be making in the future. This is where Google would have come into play. For example, if I wasn't like playing this live, you know, whatever, I would have just Googled it. If I was like, oh, what's that item? Google. But it's nice to be adventurous, isn't it? And there you go. That's our fastest Mom's Heart kill yet. We'll go into the demon pit. And down we go. So it does actually move to the next floor. I think that's really cool. So Transcendence has now appeared in the basement. Solar System. Oh, this is grim. So this is a part of the game we have not been to yet. Okay, full health. That's another full health. Yeah, I don't fully know what's in this Satany area. I haven't been to this part of the game in a long time. Ooh. Oh, what was that? So this has had a bit of a facelift since I was last here. Oh, God. This is actually kind of creepy. I wonder if we'll even win this run now. Because I don't know any of these enemies. No! What? I feel like this run's a goner. It is, isn't it? I've got to face it. I've got to face it. This run is a goner. Guys, it was a great play. It was a great play. I tried hard. I tried hard. But I can't do this. I don't even know any of these enemies. I've got no chance of winning this. But it was great. I liked hanging out with you guys. I mean, it's always good to post your losses as well as your wins, right? You got to learn somehow. Ooh, those enemies are tough. Just get me to a boss. Just get me to some health. Oh, I don't even dare. That could be the chance at more health, couldn't it? Alright, this is... no. Okay, right. So we got no new health, and I'm probably going to have to face off against 3 or 4 bosses in here, I imagine. Oh, what a run. Okay, I managed to get out. So what is this? Speed down. Are you wizard? Something's wrong, and 1 makes you small. I guess that's a decent item to take. Truly terrified here. Okay, we'll take another one. I'm just hoping that I can one-shot all the enemies that I kill when I walk into a room. That's all I'm betting on here. Okay, give me a heart upgrade. Can that even happen from this? I don't think so. Oh, this is getting so tense. Oh, right. Let's try and blow these up. See if we can get a black heart. Okay, instead we got this dude. Oh, not a great boss. I don't want to fight this. Okay, 1 HP. Let's do it. You guys ready? Oh, it's Satan fight. I haven't done Satan. Not in a while, at least. I don't think so. I truly can't remember anything that I've done. I feel like you fight it up here. Is this like the next phase? Oh, it has legs. Satan has legs, guys. It's confirmed. Oh, he did it. No way. What? We got Mom's knife. No way. That's so sick. That was ace. That was so good. Alright, guys. Well, that's going to do it for today's episode. Probably not the best commentary, but maybe the best gameplay. I just want to see this ending real quick. Ooh. Is that the Eden ending? I'm not fully certain. Oh god, poor Isaac. You don't look great, friendo. So I got Mom's knife, I got Judas, and there we go. Right. Thank you all for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.